myself.
Oh, I thought you were like, wait, so I could finish.
No.
Like,
no, I just didn't want to be like
eating.
I didn't want to give like mukbang ASMR vibes. Like I was not trying to be like
I
crunching.
mean, you know what? People like that though.
You know what? I used to not like ASMR, and then it came onto my like a live show of it came on my TikTok For You page, and I was like, let me just watch this BS. And now I'm like, you know what? It'd be kind of nice sometimes.
I don't know if I would be into it. Like I hear people talk about it and how much they love it. Like I know Gabby talks a lot about it. But like the chewing thing, like the eating thing,
I don't know. I like
I don't know if I could do that. Like I get angry.
I like some
like,
specific channels because I think I like visual cues more than like the sound. So there are some that are like super like they literally look like a movie, like how the camera is like it's such good quality, and like I really like the hair cutting ones, but. I don't know why.
I've never gotten into them.
I do like that sound.
But you know what I don't like? I don't like when people actually mess with my hair. Like, I don't know. Even when I was a kid, my mom would blow dry my hair. And when she would get close to my back, like my back would cave in and it would like, I didn't like it. So I don't like when other people like blow dry my hair or like use heat on my hair. I don't like that. I don't know why.
Yeah, like no, my husband will come home sometimes and like we're eating dinner, and if there's not like a TV or something, like if I only hear him chewing, like I will look at him and I'm like I need to get out of the room. Like I can't listen to people eat. I don't know why. Like I know that that's something like it's a real thing, like
phobia or something like that.
Yeah, something weird like that. But like I legitimately have that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at the food because if we're not going to the dining halls at my college, you have to like order it from Grubhub, I guess because of COVID. And there's like literally no lines at all. Like it tells you how long it would take and how many people are in front of you. And normally at this time, it's like 74 people waiting. Food will be ready in 80 minutes. But there's literally nobody because of the football game. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
That makes me so happy.
Right.
But I don't know what I want.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
I don't like it when people swallow beverages loudly and audibly. Yeah. It's for me, it's like the chewing and like almost the smacking. Like, you can't. Mm-mm. Like I used to have fights with my little sisters. I'm the oldest of 6. There were so many of us. But like we used to fight in the mornings because I would hear them eating their cereal and they would like smack their mouths. I would get so mad. And I just like I don't know why. Like I wish it didn't anger me so much, but it totally does.
That's okay. I think it's
so I always like I've been turned off by ASMR because of that, because I just think of people eating and like eating sounds. I don't know. I don't think I get it. Like I've even watched the ones where they'll take things and they'll just go, and I'm like, what are you getting out of this? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't really like it.
I don't understand it. I know people love it, and I love that it like relaxes them and like eases their anxiety, but I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I haven't found the right one yet.
Yeah. The stuff I don't like is if you watch like the live shows, people be like they literally do that. Like, and I'm like, what is the point? Like, they're not saying words. They're just making mouth noises really quickly. And I'm like, why? Like, it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, why are they whispering? Why are they whispering?
It's like they make like a whisper sound, but like with no words. It's really like, I'm like, girl, why?
Yeah. No thanks. Hi, Monica. Hi, Danielle. Oh, the boss says she can't join. I felt that. Yeah. I just don't have Robin. Like I was going to have Robin for the live too. And then I decided to work because I have the weekend off. So I was like, okay, I can work like early in the morning and be off by 2:30. So I decided to go ahead and work today. Might as well. We're going to spend a lot of family time over the weekend. So
yeah, that'll be good.
I always feel bad having her there 5 days a week, but she really does enjoy it. She like has so much fun. Yeah, she loves it. So anyway, welcome to the Sacks of Strange Live for the taking of Jake Livingston. This was our August book. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what people think about it, because for the most part, I've seen people say they liked it, but then in this group, it was really hard for a lot of people to get into. So, and then I did see a couple of people, like I did see that Monica gave it a lower rating. I don't know, I can't remember exactly what it was, maybe 2 stars or something. Danielle gave it 3.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what you gave it. Deja, I'll let you go first, and you can give like some general thoughts and your rating on it.
I thought you were gonna say give a summary, and I was like, I don't know, I don't know about that.
No, I'll take that.
I gave it I originally gave it 3.5 stars, and then I lowered it to 3, and I did like it. It just felt very juvenile to me. And I just read another YA thriller. Well, this one's like horror, but like comparatively, like this one felt like really juvenile compared to that one. And I don't know, like I don't really like possession type, like ghosts and stuff like that don't really scare me. So like I was like, whatever. Like even just like that type of horror would probably make my rating lower automatically, because I just don't get scared by it, and I just am not that big of a fan. But there were like, I really like the representation, and I've seen like a lot of people who are like Black men. A lot of them have been giving it higher ratings, so I feel like the representation obviously its own voices, so I'm assuming it's quite good. And I like that. But the ghost character, like the spirit, I was like, bro, you're literally a joke. Like it felt like he was like nothing. I was like, he's not scary at all. Like he literally felt like a character, like not even a character. I don't even know what he was. I was just like, you're literally giving very much dramatic.
Yeah. Let's see. Monica did give it 2 stars. Amanda gave it 3 stars. Yeah, I think I did see that Gabby gave it 2.5.
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm gonna look on my Goodreads.
I know that did Amy start reading it? I think Amy did DNF it, and then Marcy did it. Yeah, Marcy didn't end up reading the book, but Amy did DNF it as well.
I also wanted.
She DNF'd it. Go ahead.
I also wanted to say that like the problems that I had with this, I kind of also had with Cemetery Boys. I feel like they kind of came around the same time last year, and like I liked Cemetery Boys more because I just preferred it. But like the same type of problems I had, and I feel like they were honestly pretty comparable, except that this one's more like horror and that one's more just like paranormal. But I feel like they had given me very similar vibes. I just liked this, or I like Cemetery Boys more, but I still feel like they're both like really juvenile. And Cemetery Boys, I liked it, but like a lot of people really loved it and I didn't, and I was kind of like, okay, that's interesting. Like I was a little confused about it, but you know, people like different things. But I'm trying to see what word I said in my review about the spirit, because I forgot.
Hi,
I'm a little late.
Hi,
we figured you weren't coming because you didn't read the book.
Oh my gosh, I was like painting my nails, like, you know.
Oh, Marcy.
She's always hanging. I was in the middle of just like hanging out or doing something, and then my husband's like, "Don't you have a live tonight?"
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm here. Continue talking.
Hi,
Continue
Marcy.
talking.
No,
you're
totally fine.
I was saying that in my review, I said that the ghost felt more like Casper the ghost rather than like a murderous spirit. And I was very much like not getting the vibes I was supposed to be gave. And I was like, where's the horror though? Because you're literally giving me nothing.
Right. I want to address what Monica said about us keep losing hosts.
We're not losing hosts.
Yeah, the thing is about having like 7, 8 different hosts is the fact that not everyone has to read the book. We don't make anyone feel obligated. Like if they're interested in reading it, then they're going to read it and we're going to talk about it. And if they don't read it, or if they just want to come and hang out, like it's just we do this for fun. It's not really like we don't want anyone to feel like they have to be here. And you know, other people have lives.
That's why last month the book didn't interest me, and I was like, I'm not gonna read it, and I just didn't. I just didn't want to read it. I was like, very much in a smutty romance mood, not whatever that is. So
I feel you.
Yeah. Kim said her DNF is not a permanent DNF. I will finish it another time. So maybe you can listen to what we have to say about it for a little bit and then decide where you want to go with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a DNF because I didn't even start it, but I do plan on eventually reading it. But I guess I'm not in such a hurry hearing how everybody was so iffy about the book anyway, so.
If you do want to read it, I honestly recommend the audiobook because it's like 7 hours. It's hella short.
Fast.
I just put it in and I was opening at work. I was doing my stuff. I was walking around campus and I just flew through that thing. That's how I get into all my books.
Yeah, I even read it physically and it's still like 2 days. Like, and I'm a slow reader. Like, it's only 244 pages. Like, it's
a short one.
Very short and very easy to read. Like, the print is pretty big and it's not like overly descriptive or complicated. Like, you could fly through it.
Did you like it, Raine?
I did. I did enjoy it.
And Kat, you DNF'd it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you where did you end up DNFing it, Kat?
I think I was at like the 55% mark. I got pretty far. I mean, like you guys are saying, it's pretty short and like quick to get through. But then I was realizing like with how short it was, I was struggling to get through it. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, I'm like a really fast reader. I feel like a book this length, I would finish in like 1 or 2 days. And I just did not want to pick it up. I kept starting other books and finishing other books in the middle of reading this. So after like a week of trying to read it, I was like, I don't really want to. And I don't think it's a bad book. I think if I finished it, I would have given it like a 3-star. It just wasn't. I
agree. Supposed to be gave.
Yeah, I agree a lot with like what Deja's saying. It just wasn't like doing it for me. It wasn't pulling me in. It wasn't exciting me. So I was just decided to put it down.
Yeah.
Maybe one day you'll want to pick it back up.
Yeah, and I do kind of think I would, and I would try the audiobook because I saw a review saying it was pretty good and like atmospheric kind of.
It was.
Yeah, so I feel like I might like it that way. But, and I also agree with what Deja said about like the ghost seeming like Casper. I think the way this was marketed was kind of weird because it's like tagged as horror. It's like described as or compared to the movie Get Out, which is like a horror movie.
Yeah.
And going into it, it does just read kind of juvenile. Like the ghost does seem kind of like, I don't know if gimmicky is
childish.
Yeah, but not like super scary. And based on reading some reviews, like it does seem like more scarier scenes happen later on.
Okay, I was gonna say, have you ever seen? Well, obviously you probably have. You know Hocus Pocus? I mean, not Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town.
Yeah.
Yes, I just watched it a few days ago.
Know how there's like
Robin, we're watching Halloween Town, and she didn't really get into it, but she liked the pumpkins, which was cool.
But you know how there's a guy Calabar, his name is?
Yes.
And you know how he's like supposed to be like scary and villainous for children, but literally he's like it's not like a scary movie. It very much gave me that.
Yeah.
That's I don't know why that's where like my brain went to compare, but I think I just have Halloween on the brain.
I could see that. Like, that's where you feel like it's a little more juvenile because, like, you read a lot of YA. So
do I? Not anymore.
Well, maybe not as much anymore, but you've read a lot of YA. And so, like, a lot of the villainous characters in your YA books are definitely, like, edgier and scarier and, like, more malicious. Like, this one doesn't feel as, like, scary. So, like, that's, I guess, that in the same exactly what you're saying.
I feel like I've read, like, YA thrillers and horror that are, like, so much more than this.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like, this could literally be read by a middle schooler, which is fine. That's why I think in my review I said I feel like this would be good for, like, 13 to 15, but once they start getting to, like, 16, like, they're going to be like...
Where's the action?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be like, I need something. So I feel like the younger, like 13, 14 especially, I feel like they would like it. Like just starting to get into YA, like just starting to get out of like chapter books and stuff. I feel like they would, like middle grade.
Yeah.
That's what, you know what this is? I feel like City of Ghosts by V.E. Schwab is scarier than this. And that's a middle grade.
I haven't read that yet.
I love it.
It is a middle grade.
I even brought it to college with me. I have it. See?
I really
And this
want to
is
read
about
that
those.
one.
It is so
I do too.
good. I don't even like middle grade, but she was something.
Oh, I love me
I love
some middle
Rachel.
grade.
So do I.
Yeah.
I think I could have really liked this if I went in thinking it was just like a younger, like spooky ghost story.
Yes.
I think I went in expecting like a really scary horror book, so I was a little
Mhm.
let down.
I think that they just marketed it as like spooky. Then that's what I'm saying, is I feel like in middle grade there's not really like horror, it's just like spooky books, and I feel like it was very much kind of like not as good as this, but like same level of like spooky.
Right.
I feel like the really the marketing, someone needs to get a demotion because it was just not correct.
No.
It wasn't. Actually, no, I don't believe in demotions, but
I guess like a little bit of extra training on
Yes.
what horror is.
yes, they need
Oh
something.
my gosh, I'm just gonna get like blasted. So Carol made it 25% before stopping, but I know she made a good point, or just a point last time we were live, was that she got a lot of anxiety reading from Sawyer's perspective.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I think
can
that like was a
understand that.
big thing about her DNFing it. So you know, I know she's in the comments and she can like,
you know,
let us know how she felt about that and everything. But how I felt, I'm gonna give it probably a 3.5 or
that's
a 4.
what I was like 3.53.
Okay, because I did find it very entertaining, like you though, Deja and Kat. Like I did feel like it was pretty juvenile for like a YA. But there are some things that, and we can get further into it when we do get into spoilers. There's some things about it that I really, really didn't like, but there are some little scenes and stuff that I actually really liked, or just little aspects of it that I really enjoyed. So I didn't have the heart to give it 3 stars. At first I was like, oh, that's great. It's like a 3-star. And then I read those last 15 pages and I was just sitting on it and I was like, I think it's more of a 3.5, maybe even a 4, like just depending on our conversation. And I always end up thinking differently.
Y'all watch now. Y'all are gonna discuss, and I'm gonna want to read it tonight. but I'll go in with the mentality of a 12-year-old because I'm very good at that. So I'll just switch my brain and read it.
You know what? I think it was kind of confusing though, because I feel like Sawyer, like, what was the main character's name? I don't even know. What was his name?
Jake?
Oh, instead of being in the title. You know, we're not going to talk about it.
Kat is like,
that happens to me all the time where I'd be like, what's the character's name? And I'm like, it's literally the title. We're not going to talk about it. I'm just going to hold on.
I can't.
Oh my god.
We're just going to move on from it real quick.
It's okay. You've read so much since then. And
no, to be fair, I read this
college
like,
all of us.
I read it like it was like 4 books ago. Like it was hella a while ago.
Deja, listen, I would have done the same thing, okay? Because my brain is scattered, so you're good. You're
I'm
good.
in college, okay? There's a lot going on.
I just loved Kat's face. She was like, wait.
I didn't even see Kat's face.
Is she being for real?
Okay, so Jake.
You did listen to the audiobook too, and I think that just like, I don't know
I
what
don't
it
remember
is.
anybody's
not
names.
remember names as well.
Like I really just don't. But Jake, I feel like his chapters definitely felt more juvenile, and so did Sawyer's. But I feel like Sawyer's were kind of like, they did give a little bit of something, like a little anxiety or something. But I kind of was like, this is adding something. But like, I feel like it was also kind of glorifying, which I feel like is not good for this age group. It was kind of similar. I don't know if you've seen like the first season of American Horror Story. You know how, what's his name? Peter Evans.
Oh,
character,
yeah.
Evan Peters' character. He's like a school shooter.
Yeah.
And so like it kind of was like that in my head. But like that's meant for like adults, and this is meant for like teen children and teens. And I felt like I didn't like that. I feel like it was like, because like if that was in like a normal thriller, I'd be like, okay, we're here, we're living. But like the fact that it was marketed towards
young adults.
teens, I was like, this is not necessarily correct. I'm not.
Yeah.
Monica, I'm not having college anxiety. I'm fine. It's just like my brain is like,
there's a lot
like,
of information.
A
I
million.
was gonna say,
thrown at you at all times.
at least she has an excuse. What's my excuse? Like, I don't know, adult anxiety, maybe.
Yeah, of like just being a human.
I'm alive. I have anxiety.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just forgetful as hell all the time. I'm like,
my
sorry,
God.
I just can't remember anything.
Me neither.
So we can go ahead and get into spoiler stuff. So anyone who hasn't read the book or hasn't finished the book that does not want to know what happens in the book, maybe wants to read it later, we might as well like dip out now. Maybe check out some Goodreads reviews and stuff to see if it's your thing or not, because it's kind of hard to tell with all. Because some of us liked it, some of us didn't read it, and some of us didn't enjoy it. So, I guess we can. I'm taking my knee brace off because it's driving me crazy. It's been like sliding down my leg every day, so it's like bothering me right now. But okay, so Deja was talking about how Jake's perspective was a little more juvenile than like Sawyer's, and Sawyer's was definitely more serious. So we get Jake's perspective. Jake is this student attending this academy. He is one of the only Black students in this academy. Feels very like out of place. People kind of treat him like crap. His older brother doesn't even really talk to him at work, or I mean, at school. Because he's like more focused on being like the cool kid. He's a jock and everything. So he kind of feels out of place. And then he can also see ghosts. He's a medium. So we're getting like Jake dealing with that, which was weird because it's like you don't really know, like, okay, so when did this happen and why is he seeing ghosts? And like you don't really get a ton of information about that. Like, and even later on, like I don't feel like you even get more information as to like
you don't
when the ghost seeing started or like how it. I don't know. It was very interesting to me. Like I know. I mean, it just happens. Like some people are just more clairvoyant than others, and like know things or can see things or sense things. But I did find it a little odd that like we didn't get any background information or any information as to like where this all started or. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was very interesting. He does talk about how he tells his brother, he's like, I told my brother many times that I could see ghosts, but he like never believed me or anything like that. Like, I'm wondering, why did he never like reach out to his mom about it or anyone else? Like, he didn't feel understood or anything.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of agree with Monica. I think that this book would have worked better, not necessarily if it wasn't horror, but if it did have paranormal elements in it. I feel like I think that's what kind of rubbed me the wrong way, is that the school shooting part could have had good commentary, but the fact they made him like a ghost, like, ooh, like spooky, like it kind of like just like took away like the seriousness of it for me at least. And so I was like, okay, okay. So I feel like if it was just like a mystery or a thriller or even horror, but like without the whole ghost part, nix that part. We don't need her.
Yeah, I think there were some like very interesting things about him being a medium that like came into play later on. But I totally see what you mean about that. We follow Sawyer's perspective too, and he was a school shooter, and so that like we're basically reading his diary and everything like leading up to the school shooting. Did anyone find it weird that like they didn't really touch on any of the other victims other than like one? Or Deja, at least, because you're finish the book, but like Kat, they didn't touch on anybody else. It was just like the one victim. That because Jake can astro project, which I thought was actually kind of cool that he could astro project, because I don't know, I've never read that in a book before. That was like one of those aspects of the book that I really, really enjoyed. That and like the ancestral stuff, like I thought was really interesting. but he can astral project, and he's like astral projecting in the school during like the shooting, and he like meets this girl in like a closet. And I don't know, the thing about the paranormal stuff is I don't understand how it really works. Like there's a lot to it that like I don't know, maybe could have been explained a little better, because like
it's a standalone.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm wondering
definitely
if they
doesn't leave it like open for more books or anything.
Yeah, and it doesn't say anything about it on Goodreads.
Okay, I was wondering if maybe they were going to touch on a backstory later on or something.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's weird the way that it like he goes to the school one night because he's been seeing Sawyer. He's been seeing Sawyer's ghost, and Sawyer's ghost is out there like getting revenge, like killing people and stuff. Like it's in the papers that there's like a murderer on the loose. There's just so much information and so little of a book that's like nothing really gets expanded upon. So like you just kind of got to roll with it. Right. But basically, like what Monica was saying, like so basically the school shooter comes back to finish off the kids who survived or whatever. So Jake decides to like go to the school and astral project, and then he's like back at the school, but like in a weird, like between the living and the dead type of world.
Okay.
Like between what they call is like the now and like the after or something like that. So it's like kind of in between worlds or whatever at a standstill, and that's kind of where it's like a weird, like multi-dimensional almost type of feel.
Okay.
But so he ends up finding River, who is a victim of Sawyer, and River fights off Sawyer's ghost, and then like he disappears after that. And like just that whole like situation there, which I did really enjoy, like River's character, especially towards like the end of the book, where she contacts him and says, "Oh, can you tell my mother all this stuff?" and blah, blah, blah. But like, it's just so, I don't understand a lot of how this book worked. Like when it comes to the paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
And like, maybe that's what threw Deja off as well. I don't know.
I feel like it just needed to do one or the other, school shooting or paranormal. I felt like it was too much to do both.
A lot
also,
of
like,
things.
Maybe if it was longer, maybe it could have done it better, but I feel like it was really like the age group. Like it was too much to tackle at one time. Also, I want to say, I keep coughing, and I promise I don't have COVID. There's like a cold going around campus. I did get tested, okay? I for real don't have COVID. There's like
okay. We are protected by
I know. I'd be in class, and I'd be like holding it back. I'd be like, don't cough, don't cough, don't cough. So I don't want people to be like,
oh my gosh, like if you're in the grocery store, you're gonna sneeze or cough or something, and you're just like trying not to get.
Today I sneezed in the quiet library. I was like, everybody thinks I have something now. I mean, I do. Like I have like a cold, but like it's literally like everywhere. Like the whole suite has a cold. Like we all just messed up over here.
Oh everyone. Well, Carol makes a good point. She's like, okay, so then back to the audience. The shooter comes back for revenge. She didn't get previously. So not how I would want to teach my kids about bullying, violence, etc.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Monica's comment.
About the
sexuality one. No, the sexuality one. It's before that.
Okay, where is that one? Yeah.
Because I feel like, well, honestly, when you're 16, I feel like a lot of people do be scared, but then also he's gay. So, and I feel like it's like one in general, like a lot of gay people don't explore their sexuality till later because society tells them that it's not good. And also, if he's like the only black person in, like one of the only black people in this school, you can kind of assume that the whole community is kind of white. And usually when communities are mostly white, they tend to be mostly conservative. And we kind of like saw that a little bit. So I feel like it was also like his community. He like, there was one other gay person, at least that we know of. Like, I think there's only like one other out gay person. So like, he was probably just like, not like, he was just scared because
he was
gay in a conservative place. I mean, even when I feel like though when you're 16, it's still scary. I'm serious.
I
was just 16.
It
Well,
depends on personality as well, you know, because like let's say somebody like Monica seems like a very outgoing person, like a very straightforward person. So in her mind, she won't be able to understand. But like as far as me, when I was 16, I considered myself bisexual. But back then, I mean, I'm going to be 40 years old. So back then it was really not heard of to be walked. But I was like, you know what? This is who I am. But as far as like other situations, I am pretty like shy and quiet, you know, so everybody's going to have like a very different reaction or hide more of what they are, you know, depending on your personality. So I think that, I mean, I haven't read the book, obviously, so I don't know what his personality was like, but from what
he was shy. He was shy compared to his brother. He was very shy.
Yeah, he does touch on that in the book too. Jake does touch on the fact he's like, well, you know, it's already hard enough in this school with bullying and everything, being gay, but to be Black and gay is also just a whole nother thing. And yeah, he's already getting bullied by being the only Black kid in school, or like one of the only Black kids in school.
So it's like,
and his older brother's a jock, so he doesn't really get bullied. So he's already on the defense. So he's like, why would I even make things worse on myself? And for the entirety of the book, he's just trying to please people a lot of the time, appease everyone, and just like kind of hide in the shadows and not be noticed.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I think he's already felt so ostracized his whole life. It's like he doesn't want to admit to himself that he has this other part of him that he's also going to be ostracized for.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his brother goes to the same school, but his brother is straight.
Mm-hmm. And his brother basically pretends he doesn't know him, too, for a lot of it.
Yeah, he literally does pretend he doesn't know him.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of siblings try to do in school and stuff.
Yeah, it sucks.
Didn't his brother play a sport? Or am I just making that up? And I feel like sport kids, even if they're Black, hella popular because you know why? Anyways.
Yeah,
I feel like my sociology. Yeah. If you're athletic, like it doesn't matter. Like, but if you're Black and not athletic, no.
Yeah.
I feel like also I'm in a sociology class right now, and I feel like so knowledgeable now. I'm like, I know so much about society.
He's like, let me impart some wisdom on you.
No, like I love that. I'd be reading the textbook, and I'm like, wow, so fascinating. We love this.
Those are my favorite classes in college, sociology.
Yeah.
So
I feel like there was another comment.
Cheryl
also,
said,
Kim, I took the swab one.
Oh,
the one that goes in your nose. But it doesn't go that far anymore. It doesn't go that far. You just kind of like.
No.
I was like, I'm not trying to spread COVID to everybody. I needed to know.
Yeah.
I was like, my lungs feel a little. It's just my lungs, honestly. They just feel like a little.
It's
crinkly.
probably allergies too. We're about to switch seasons, and my chest has been feeling tight, and my head.
I also have asthma, but like it's worse than that. But I need to like puffing on that inhaler because something, as I said, it feels crinkly. I don't know how else to describe it. It feels crinkly in there.
Also, you just moved into like a community living situation where you are
germs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
what
great.
it is. Yeah.
No one has me shook it and shaken. I was like, I went out with this girl the other day because it was after work and she needed to go drop off her car because she doesn't have a parking pass. And then I had to follow her, drop her car, and then drive her back. And she was like, I want to stop at the gas station to get something. And then I put on my mask and she was like, why you put it on your mask? I was like, why aren't you? Like,
who am I in the presence of?
Ma'am, what?
I was like, we live in the same suite? I was like, because in my city, at least, I think it's the state, there's a mask mandate again. So, like, the math is not mathing. And she's only half vax. I was like, Miss Girl, I'm staying away from you for a couple days. I don't trust that. The swab did not hurt. It just felt tickly. I didn't even sneeze. The doesn't go for that anymore. What did I say?
Doesn't go that far anymore.
The nose swab.
The swab.
Oh yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't? Good.
I really, you know what? I just kind of know because a lot of people in my suite go to parties, and like I'm like, you know what? That's fine. But then I did not expect them to not wear it at the store. I was like, we're at the store, bro. Like, I know this gas station is ghetto, but like, dang.
I like that Monica mentioned the movie The Frighteners because it's like one of my like nostalgic movies. I love The Frighteners, and I didn't even not think of that reading this book.
I haven't seen that movie.
Very interesting. I don't know. I had a weird time with the paranormal stuff, and then I also kind of liked a lot of the paranormal stuff. Like the parts where so Sawyer is basically haunting and taunting Jake for much of the book because we later find out that he is trying to basically break him down so that he can possess him. So that he can go off and like murder people and stuff, you know? So there are some parts like with the spider. There's a spider.
Yeah, I heard there's an insect scene that is gross.
There are multiple insect scenes.
Yeah.
But one in particular is a spider that like ends up crawling out of him.
Getting the chills.
Yeah, it's so creepy. And I thought that specific part
No. I'm not kidding. I got a spider bite. You can kind of see it right there. I got a spider bite like last week.
Ow.
It's way better than this. And then I had to go to urgent care.
Oh my god.
Where did you get where were you?
Somewhere in this college. I don't know. I did not
Was it in your dorm room?
Someone else in my suite. I was like, guys, look, I have a spider bite. And she was like, I had a bite that looked just like that the first week we moved in. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that we're just all going to be attacked by spiders.
I have not
seen one.
No,
I haven't seen one at all. I don't know when I got it.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know when I got it, but it's actually a lot better. It was hella worse.
Wow. I would be spraying everywhere.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's probably from outside because I literally am outside all the time, which is horrible because it's hot. Actually, today wasn't bad, but
it's getting better. It's getting a little better.
It is.
Well, today the high was only 81. It's
getting less summery.
Yeah. The high here today was only 81 and it wasn't humid. But next week the high is supposed to be 91 again, which means it's gonna feel like 98. So
oh man.
Yeah. And then also, Kim, that's how my school is. If people aren't vaccinated, they have to get tested every single week.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, they literally, but apparently, like if you first didn't come and like, cause you have to like upload it. Apparently, like the first week, if you didn't like get vaccinated, you lived on campus. They said they were going to terminate your housing if you didn't get tested. But now apparently they just send you an email and like nothing happens. So like I guess people cannot get. They're supposed to, but apparently, if you don't go, then they're just like,
whatever.
Oh no.
Yeah, but you know what? Everybody at my school has been really good with masks. Like inside, we all be wearing our masks. Because if you don't, you'll get kicked out. But like, I'm surprised. Like, I thought there was gonna be more uproar.
Yeah.
But my school, because my school's a state school and like a conservative state, so I was like, you know, we've already had stuff happen. There's supposed to be an anti-mask rally. That didn't happen though. And then earlier this week we had a bomb threat that we thought was a shooter, and I was like, how fun and fresh.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't even surprised. I was like, I guess I'll just eat a Hot Pocket for dinner. I was like, I guess that's
in my room.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't even feel scared. I was just like, it is what it is. We're here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The spider though, like it really did trigger me about the spider bite. Like,
I don't know. The spider scene was legitimately creepy. Like I gotta give my hands to, give a hand to the author on that one because I don't know. That was I don't know.
Now I want to read
bugs. I don't do bugs. I don't really do bugs.
Now I want to read the book just for that.
The thing is, like, what's so weird is the fact that the characters do kind of come off so juvenile, but the topics are so heavy, like very, very heavy stuff, and then very gruesome stuff too, very detailed stuff.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't know, and then maybe that's why it's categorized as horror.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only reason why. I'm serious. But I don't know. It should not have been.
I think if people see like ghosts plus like dark subject matter, it's just horror.
Yeah. It will definitely be categorized as horror. I didn't really care too much for like the ending scene with Jake and Sawyer. I don't know. When he lets him possess him so that he can basically get into his thoughts so that he can understand what like scares him or like how to defeat him basically. And that part was really interesting. Sawyer goes off and he like kills his uncle who had molested him when he was younger. His mom didn't defend him. There's a lot of really heavy stuff in this book. I want to preface that over and over again because I feel like people go into it and then not expect that. Because like I think a lot of like that's what happened with Carol. She jumped into the book and then she's like, I didn't really expect to like be in the head of this kid who's very suicidal and like going through this really, really dark stuff. And she's like, it just gave me a lot of anxiety. And I feel like that could happen for a lot of people. Like there were some parts where I was like really uncomfortable and like very anxious reading them. So we later find out that Sawyer was sexually abused by his uncle, and his mom like walks in and basically blames him. Like there's just like this like Sawyer brings out a gun, points it at his uncle, and then his mom points a gun at him and then shoots him in the shoulder. And so that is basically the breaking point. What makes him go off and shoot kids at the school. And he ends up later possessing Jake and goes and enacts revenge on his uncle. And then there's this kind of like scuffle, but it's like with this ectomist or whatever that Jake. The ectomist thing is complicated to me. I don't know, like how that works.
That's what I'm saying. Ectomist. That's what I'm saying. Is like the topics are so heavy, and then there's like ectomist. Like
and then basically
very much giving me like, Ghostbusters.
I'm like his mom, and then I just go, you know, and like it's
like,
weird.
It doesn't make any sense. Like the paranormal elements. I feel like were just too like fantastical. One, to understand, and two, for the subject matter. It didn't. 2 plus 2 did not equal 4.
Yes, okay, it didn't blend.
It didn't. That's what I'm saying. It's like you needed to get rid of one of them. One of them had to be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it really,
Now watch, I read the book and I come back. I gave it 5 stars, y'all.
You might, because it is really sweet towards the end. And like, even at the end, I was all, like, you know, I don't know. I was like, Marcy might like this if she read it.
I was just like,
I mean, it was it got very touching towards the end because it does focus a lot on relationships. It really does. Like I know we just finished like Joyland, and that had a lot of focus on relationships.
Yeah.
And this also does. It focuses a lot on friendships and on friendships that are like good friendships or friendships that aren't great, because Jake at first has this friend Grady that this guy Grady that he's friends with in school, but never jumps up and like defends him. Never jumps up to defend him like in any situation, and then he starts to become friends with like Fiona and Alistair, and they like become a unit, and it's a healthy like friend relationship. And then you also see like Jake and his brother, like their relationship developing, like them once like, I mean, obviously for a very long time his brother didn't believe that he was a medium or he could see ghosts, but then after this entire situation happens and he's like, well, I don't see any other explanation, so I have to believe you. And then you kind of see them like actually bonding and like coming together for once at the end of the book. So that's like really sweet.
Aww.
And then you see him and his mom kind of repair their relationship because Jake was abused by his dad as a younger kid. Like his dad would hit him and stuff because he found out that he was gay, or just like for other various reasons. Like he was not a good dad to him, and he blamed his mom a lot, that his mom allowed it to happen. So he kind of had this like animosity towards her and like frustration towards her. And then towards like at the end of the book, like you see that kind of being repaired. And so like them as a family just kind of, I don't know, working through that and like becoming a better family. So there are some like good things I like about it. And the ancestor stuff. Like the whole reason he was able to defeat Sawyer was because he was able to reach out to his ancestors for help. And they were like, you know, they gave him the power basically to defeat him. But I just didn't understand how. Like, how did all that? How?
I think that was also something I didn't like though, was like how like they use like this whole like magical ancestor thing to like defeat a school shooter, and I feel like it just sends the wrong message. I was like, I feel like that like, and they didn't really like, I feel like they didn't talk about like the fallout as much, besides that they were survivors, but like they didn't really talk about like what happened after as much, and like how it impacted the whole community. And I feel like it just didn't go together. Like the magic stuff was cool, I guess, if it was explained more, but like not in this context.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And then I think that if there was more of a dive into like the victims themselves, how it affected the community, how it affected their families, that would have been because like it would have been really sweet to see like Jake as a medium being able to bring some sort of closure to each of the victims, not just the one, because he does bring a little bit of closure to like River's mom, but it like he doesn't like go out to see her. He writes a letter to her for River, but like maybe a little something for each of the victims, or just shed a little more like, I don't know, a little more focus on them. So it's not as much just like all about Sawyer and what.
Yeah. I honestly feel like the author was just like, I want to write a story where this kid is a medium and has to defeat a vengeful ghost. How am I going to make a vengeful ghost with a backstory in a high school context? Oh, school shooting. And then like did like no research about it at all.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard because I did find it very entertaining, and I did enjoy while I was reading it. But I don't know. I guess that's why I'm sitting at a 3.5, because I can't completely be sure of what I read and enjoyed.
Yeah, I would be interested in reading more from the author. I know they have a few other books. I think like 2 or 3. I think so. I think I was looking through them a while ago. I think one of them is like an academic, like nonfiction thing though, but whatever. But like if they were to write another horror book, I would be interested in reading it. Cause like, I feel like there's something there that I liked. I
like the writing.
Yeah.
I'm looking up the other books, even though
I definitely like that the author references like other really great like Black horror authors, like Tim and Reeve do. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like inspiration that went into this, and a lot of heart that went into it. but the paranormal stuff did kind of mess me up a bit.
Yeah.
It made it hard for me to, I don't know, because everything I liked about it didn't have as much to do with the paranormal stuff. Everything that I liked about it had to do with like dealing with the characters and dealing with their relationships.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Other than like the creepy spider scene, because I was like, that's legit. That's good. I like that. But I don't know. Maybe if like I like the idea of him being a medium, but maybe I don't want to say no astral projection because I really liked that. That was cool. But maybe none of the like ecto, maybe no ectomist.
The ectomist was a lot.
I think adding the ectomist and being a medium and the like ghouls and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like that's what I'm saying. It's very much giving like Halloween Town, but school shooting edition. And I'm like, that's not cute.
Yeah.
Like,
he also wrote Boy in Jeopardy, which is his other book.
Yeah, I saw that. It has like no ratings though. Like,
yeah, and it's like
it has like
44.
Cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if as an adult book I would have been into it. I just feel like the paranormal mixed with the school shooting just doesn't go together. I just feel like it shouldn't. It shouldn't. They don't belong together.
Yeah, I get that.
And it doesn't have that good of ratings. It has a 3.57 average, which is like not great.
Yeah.
It's honestly pretty bad.
It's interesting to me because I feel like a lot of the people are have like the same comments about it. Like I've seen a lot of people like say they feel like it's juvenile. They didn't like reading from the perspective of the school shooter. They didn't like that aspect in the book. So I feel like normally reviews are a little bit more over the place, but a large majority agrees.
Yeah, honestly, if this book did not have the representation that it did, like it would have been like 2 stars. Like,
and the cover's great.
The cover is
the cover's
great.
amazing.
The cover is beautiful.
Good. Whoever did the cover.
But it's like Get Out meets Daniel Vega in this YA horror. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Daniel Vega, isn't that paranormal?
Daniel Vega is the one, like she does the.
Isn't it that pink book?
Yeah, the Merciless.
Yes, that I own that book. But that's what I was like.
That one's like satanic ritual and stuff. I think that.
I think it is too.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like forgive us,
I haven't
Father,
read it yet.
for we have sinned. Brother Stephen sits in a pool of her own blood, tied up and gagged.
I have like 2 of the books in the series.
And there's like an exorcism. I don't understand how they got this little tagline. Get Out meets Daniel Vega in a YA horror where survival is not guaranteed. Okay, the Get Out thing, everything's compared to Get Out if it just has like a black main character and is like horror.
Yeah.
So like whatever, that's fine. But meets Daniel Vega because it's paranormal. I don't think exorcism and hauntings are like the same at all.
I guess they were like both possessed.
I don't
know.
What did you say that exorcism deals with?
Possession.
Oh, it's called The Merciless, but it has
no.
an
I
exorcism.
was saying, what did you say that that you don't think the exorcism
and hauntings, like how there's just like a ghost like chilling around, and he's seeing it versus like an actual like exorcism with like a possession. I guess it both kind of has possession, but like in this book he really wasn't possessed. He was possessed.
It wasn't for very long. Yeah, it wasn't a very long possession.
We can say what we're reading the next few months. Yeah.
I don't even remember.
It does seem like, and Carol makes a really good point, like that all Black or people of color horror is compared to Get Out.
Yeah.
That's because that's the only other thing that people know of.
Yeah, but like, Get Out is like spectacular. Like if you are going to like compare it to that, it has to be.
Well, then it has to be frustrating too, having that be the only thing that it like every single time.
Because there's like no other horror or thriller with like a Black main character that's like front, like that everybody knows. So they just always compare it to that because like it's obviously like a buzzword, but there's nothing else to compare it. Like that's like the only thing that they can do. to make it kind of, if they're going to compare it to something, it's really like the only thing. They can't compare it to anything else.
No.
Yeah.
I think honestly we should just like stop the comparisons. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not,
yeah.
Like give me buzzwords. Give me something else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, give me like a lesson of vengeance, like Sapphic Dark Academia. I'm like, okay.
I'm in.
Yeah. There you go.
Like that has me. But if you were
Yeah,
like,
because like, what if what they're comparing it to somebody doesn't like, but this book would actually be like, not this particular book, but like the book in question would be like 5 stars, but the person didn't read it because it was compared to something that they did not like. Like,
yeah, I feel like they're honestly just like the marketing teams are really bad at comparisons. If you're gonna do them well, and I feel like they don't do them well.
Right.
I feel like Halloween Town, but School Shooter Edition accurately describes this book. Except add ghosts too. Well, I guess they have ghosts.
They do. They have ghosts.
But like, you know, like the feeling of Halloween Town, very like the more that I think about it, the
but
more I'm like,
you see,
I'm
like,
just gonna have to like rewatch Halloween Town again, even though I watched it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it the other day too.
Vibes.
But like Deja, like you say how it gave you Halloween Town, but maybe somebody else that reads it doesn't get those same vibes.
That's true.
So it's like I wish that they would stop doing that. Like, feelings with books and movies are different for everybody, regardless of how close the subject matter is. It's going to be completely different for everybody.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. I've totally been like misled by that.
Yeah.
Comparison.
Wait, did you guys hear about that? What is that movie? Like, it's like a horror thriller movie that just came out, and the director is a Black woman, and I think it's like they said like the first time a Black woman. Yeah, it's like the first time they ever. Like,
I want to watch it so bad. I heard it's so good.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
Wait, what's the movie? Oh, the Candyman.
Yeah, it's a remake.
No, I heard it's more of a sequel. That's what I heard.
Oh, is it?
I watched the review on it, and I heard that it's more of like a sequel, and that they like reference back to the first movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to watch it.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah. I want to watch it so bad. I literally was just talking about it today because someone was like, have you seen the new Candyman? And I was like, no. And they're like, it's so good. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it now.
Okay, wait, what books are we reading?
I'm typing it out right now. So
okay.
Our September book. Wait, let me send it. Our September
is always so organized. I love it.
Yes. Our September book is in the description of this video, as well as our live sprint September 16th. Like the live sprint date and time is in there too. I don't know if I put the live sprint date, but the sprints are on there.
By Victoria Lee. October is going to be Slade House by David Mitchell, and November is going to be Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder. I think we'll post a thing for October, November books soon, and we're actually going to be taking the month of December off since I know it's busy for a lot.
I love that. So. That's what Kayla does. No, she takes off December and January, I think.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think that's a good idea
for her book club. I like that, where it's not like. It's like 10 because we did like the readathon instead of a book, and I like that. I've never heard of Slade House, but like
maybe highlight the comment.
It's pretty short. I have.
Oh yeah, Raine, can you highlight the comment? Like click on it.
Oh yeah, right here.
Does anybody know what Slade House is about? Can I have some buzzwords if you know?
It's like a haunted house type.
Yeah. Oh no, Raine! Oh
you don't
no, no, I don't. Anything with ghosts, I'm like, this is.
I don't like
scary.
haunted house.
Here, let me read this synopsis. Down the road from a working class pub, along a narrow brick alley, you just might find the entrance to Slade House. A stranger will greet you by name and invite you inside. At first, you won't want to leave. Later, you'll find that you can't. Every 9 years, the residents of Slade House extend an invitation to someone who's different or lonely. A precocious teenager, a recently divorced policeman, a shy college student, but what really goes on inside? For those who find out, it's already too late. This edition has a really cool, like,
cool
map of the
house.
Sounds
intriguing, but then I'm gonna.
I found this at like a thrift store, but like. Dope edition.
Okay, it does sound intriguing, but I feel like I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna be like,
Well, it's set during Halloween, and it's like
Okay,
one
maybe
of those books
maybe
that
I'll
I've
like that
heard
then.
multiple
The
times
only-
is a weird book. So I'm like, well, it's a weird book, and it's set like on the days leading up to Halloween. Or
Okay,
something
maybe
like
then
that.
I'll like it more.
It's too perfect for October. That's
the only haunted house book that I like, or any haunted house anything, the only thing is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. And if you read it, then you know. If you know, you know.
I feel like this one's going to be more on the end of like House of Leaves vibes. Like it's going to have a house with like weird rooms and like.
I get that vibe too.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't like haunted house
it.
books like at all,
Me
but
either.
I've had some that I have read that have become favorites of mine. So I'm always like in the middle.
Yeah.
Like I always go like in hopeful, but more than most, like I usually don't like them.
But you know, the reason that I think I may like this, if it goes in one direction, is I feel like I haven't read a book like this, but it's kind of like, you know, like those haunted hotels where like it has like all the different stories and like it could be like so many different things and it's not just like one ghost or something like that. If it goes like down that route, I feel like I might like it. But if it's just like one spooky little ghost in the corner doing their thing, I feel like I'm gonna be like I'm sorry. I'm just saying if it's like
I feel you.
Okay, wait, very much giving me this. Hold on. So I have this wall that I put in my dorm that has all these like spooky pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like you see this orange guy, like if it's like that kind of vibes, I'm gonna be upset.
I don't
If it's like
see,
that,
and I don't know.
If it's like that, I'm gonna be like, no.
Bitch, I ain't scared of you.
No, I will literally squirt with a ghost so quick. I'll be like, Papa. No. I feel like I used to be like kind of scared of ghosts.
I feel like it's going to
like,
be like so smart, and I'm gonna be like not smart enough for it.
I do feel like it's gonna go over my head a little bit.
Yeah.
State house?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous about that.
We'll see.
Yeah, I feel like I hope that it's like not trying to be like scary though. I feel like I hope it's just like weird Halloween spooky, but not like trying to be like horror with like a ghost. Because I feel like then I'm gonna be like,
I feel like it's gonna be like smart, spooky.
okay, maybe I'll like it. Maybe I will. I'm giving it hope now, but because when you guys said haunted house, I was like, no.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I feel like it's gonna be like a weird house with like unexplainable.
Okay. I wanted to have like these vibes. Okay,
What
look.
vibes?
You see these skeletons? I wanted to have this vibes.
Okay. Yeah.
I wanted to have this. You see what I'm trying to say?
I get you.
I'm being organized and
So
putting your
when we
books
do the
already.
live for that, you have to hold up either picture, like which vibe it gave
Yeah,
you.
that's just gonna be your rating.
I can, yeah, I'm gonna be like, I should
This
do that.
vibe only.
I love my little
Kim loves the
spooky
haunted house books. I really enjoy haunted house books. I love House of Leaves, even though it's not technically haunted. Like it is like one of those like.
What is House of Leaves? I don't understand.
I don't think you want to read it, Deja.
If you don't understand now, you're never gonna understand.
But like, what
anyway.
is it? Like,
It's
what
not
is
supposed
it?
to be understood.
No, but like, at least like, what is it about? Like, I know there's a house.
It is
and
a
it has
book.
a weird format, and that's it.
It's a book about it's follows this guy who finds a document that's about a documentary.
Okay, wait, but that's kind
Where
of
like
Before
it's
Dark
one
vibes, no?
section like it's like his perspective, also this documentary, also his perspective reading these found documents about this documentary about a haunted house.
Is this Slade House?
No,
No.
House of Leaves.
House of Leaves.
Oh, I was like,
Okay,
wait,
but
what?
Sorry,
I
we
kind of
moved
like
on.
that. But the thing is, I kind of like things inside of things inside of things.
It is. It's
That's
things
why I
inside
like
of things
Home Before
inside of
Dark.
things that become very complex because of also the way that it's written.
But
because
Kat, why don't you think I would like it?
I don't know. I
I
don't know
like
if you
things inside of
it's
things.
a lot. Like
I know, but I love mixed media, and I like things inside of things.
Okay, then maybe you would like it.
And I really,
It
I feel
doesn't
like
make
this is
sense.
not like the same, But I really
It's
like
so
found
good.
footage movies. This is kind of giving me that like a little.
I want to reread it to see how I feel now, but it's just got like sideways words. Right?
I'm not
like,
interested in that book.
I feel like those are the only types of paranormal movies that I kind of like really like. Like paranormal as in like ghosts or like found footage paranormal.
I love those.
I feel like, I don't know, it just makes it spookier.
This does have a little bit of found footage paranormal vibes.
Okay.
Some
is it giving you
like, but it's literally just like 3 different books.
So is it kind of like,
but so not in like sections. It's like all throughout, just mixed in like random.
Okay, wait. There's this book that, hold on.
It's so complicated.
Yeah, that's too much work for me. Like I gotta get up and go to a mirror and do this, and no, ma'am, no.
Okay, but like, is it kind of giving you like Night Film and Home Before Dark, but like more complex?
Way more complex.
Yeah.
Not even like mixed. See, the mixed media isn't like you're getting newspaper clippings and stuff like that. It's literally like you're reading for like these italicized sections are this one guy talking, and then the other parts are this entire documentary playing out, and then the other parts are the documents on the documentary, but there's footnotes, and then there's like.
Did you guys hear that? Oh, because
entire spot, like this is entirely crossed out. Like all the red is crossed.
And you're supposed to read that through the red? You're supposed to be like...
that's the thing, you don't know.
Yeah, and you have to like jump like 50 pages ahead, and then you like
go back to where you
were. That sounds... You know what you saying that is giving it, like, what are those books that you...
Choose Your Own Adventure.
Like, and I love this book, and I'm sitting here going, Deja, it's a lot.
It really is a lot.
I've never been interested in it, but the more that you guys talk, the more I'm like, now I want to read it.
Wait until like winter break or something.
You're gonna have to do it when you have like a break off of school, because there's no way you could do this and study.
No, but I thought that
because you have to study this.
No, but like if I just read, but the thing is, if you just read like 5 pages a day, I mean, it would take forever. But you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like that's how a lot of people read it. They read it in very slow increments. No.
Some people do. Some people read it page by page. Some people read only the footnotes and then read the rest. Or we don't know how. It's like an art form in itself.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how.
I'm so intimidated by it.
I wish I liked it because it's so cool. I feel like people who enjoy it are so cool and smart and hot. But like, I wish I could do that.
No, but like
it's a lot. Like, no, and I read it. I read it page myself. I read it page by page. I did not skip sections or go back and like. I literally just read it page for page, and I still think like, did I get it? Did I?
But
I don't know. I need to reread it to figure it out.
Kind of choose your own adventure?
What I read.
Because you could choose how you read it.
Oh yeah, it was fun as hell. It was so fun.
Also, so Monica said there's a house and there are leaves. Are there actually leaves?
I think she was just joking.
But are there actually leaves? Like, I want to know.
No.
Why is it called House of Leaves then?
You'll have to read it and find out.
No.
Raine doesn't even know.
No. I don't know.
Like, is the house just called House of Leaves?
No, there's like a little part where it's like something was House of Leaves.
You know what? That's what I think I do like. I like.
There's like a poem or something at the end.
I do like. I think like paranormal.
Dude, look at like this is like an appendix. This entire appendix at the back.
No
like,
way.
what is that?
Oh, I don't ever use.
Look at this.
I'd be confused, and I'll just stay confused.
Like, what fiction book have you ever read that had an appendix like that?
Yeah.
Like, it's like
there's no not that big, but there's a lot of appendices. You know, there's a lot of appendix in like fantasy books.
That's true.
And I never look at them. I just will stay being confused. For
you know, like, I look at them like if it's Brandon Sanderson, and you know, like he has like all the worlds and the characters and the definitions and stuff. Sometimes I'll look at it, but I usually wait towards the end after I read the whole entire book, and then I'm like, oh, okay, because sometimes I forget. Like when we jump into like another world or like another magic system, I have to look in the back.
Yeah, I might have to like
reread it.
It tells you to go places.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's choose your own adventure, no?
I think they're choosing the adventure for you.
But it's giving choose your own adventure vibe.
No, I need to talk to Mark Danielewski and be like, how do I read this? How?
I'm
Just
pretty
tell
sure he
me,
doesn't
map
even
it out for
know.
me. But he doesn't tell you. He's like, it's an experience.
But the thing is, like, how does one come up with that?
I don't know. His mind must be
a brilliant mind.
Yeah.
Too brilliant.
No, this is giving me the vibes of like a lot of different things. So that's why I need to read it so I
His
can like
sister
pinpoint.
actually is a musician. She's a singer, and she has a book, not a book, a song. I think it's called House of Leaves.
I don't think we would ever choose House of Leaves for a book club pick.
No. I would
no.
never make anyone do that.
How
She
long
has
is this
a
book? Like
song.
1,000 pages? 800? 1,000?
Or a song called Johnny, which is like the main character's name.
Let me see.
He has a song about the book.
Interesting.
Oh, that's cool. So she read it.
I would assume it's her brother's book, but
she
I don't
read
know.
it and she understood it enough.
His
Right.
Poe the singer is his sister.
It has
Angry
710
Johnny, that's the
pages.
song.
That's not even that long.
It's so tiny. So the print is like
No, it's very much giving me textbook. Like
it is exactly.
I feel like it's like Bible pages, almost like it's like thin
it
pages.
is the thin. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
oh wait, okay, look. This is my textbook I rented from Amazon.
Please don't
She's
choose
very
House
much
of Leaves.
falling
I don't
apart.
have money to buy it.
Look at this textbook.
Oh.
We rented her on Amazon for $12 for the whole semester. So
What?
we're
That's not bad.
thrifty. We're thrifty, and she smells not bad, but like she definitely is giving me like, you know what it is? This is a forensic anthropology textbook. It smells like a museum that has bones in it. I'm serious. You know when you walk into like those museums that are like the people and like they have like the bones and stuff? It's very much giving me that smell.
Do you have to return that book?
It's just for the semester.
Oh.
It came like this. I did not do this.
We trust you.
It came like this.
I'm sure it's
this book
been through all
You would
types of
never.
hands.
You would never treat a book that way.
Honestly, I don't treat my books that good anymore, but not this bad.
Not
like bro,
that. No.
like, and then look, what is this? What is going on here? You guys can even see.
That's a lot of stickers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. What?
That looks like the license plates where you just have to put like the people put like the stickers on top of each other, and by the time you know it, it's like
this.
Yeah.
It's all taped. Just,
Deja,
like,
and do you have like somewhere where you write the condition of it or like
no.
No? Because I'm wondering, how do they keep track of that? You know what I mean? Like who does what to
I don't think that they care.
Yeah.
Because they're still renting it out and it looks
Yeah,
like
I feel like as long as it's still like readable, they're like, this is
They're
good.
fine. Yeah.
You know what? The pages aren't that bad. They do have some like pen mark on them, but it's like not, or pencil. You see how it has like little dashes?
Yeah.
Like that's the extent of it that I've seen. Like it's really like the pages aren't bad. It's just
the cover. Yeah.
Yes, Carol, I'm taking a forensic anthropology class.
Wow.
This textbook is awful though. Out of all my textbooks, this is the one I hate the most. It's the most complex, and I read it and I'm like, what are you saying to me? Like, what are you saying? Because
seriously, I want you to read House of Leaves now because I need to like pick your brain.
I think I'm gonna read it in the fall time, even though I'm super intimidated by it and I feel like I'm conjuring a spirit to my house. I'm like intrigued now.
Yeah, I want to read. Every time I talk about it, I want to reread it.
Maybe, yeah, because I feel like it's like a October, November type.
Yes,
thing.
that's giving me those vibes.
I feel like if you read like 10, 15 pages a day, then like you'll get through it in like 2 months. And I feel like that's like, I feel like that book needs her time to be digested.
Oh, look, Carol's did you say anthropology?
Yes, that's why I said I'm taking really interesting classes, I think. I do really like this class though, except it's like I have to know all the bones, bro. Like all of them.
Yeah.
Carol
already read Night Bitch.
Look at what Carol says. It comes in useful as a
game.
stay-at-home mom.
Wait, Carol, really? That's so dope. But I feel like anthropology and forensic anthropology are really different because apparently
that's so cool though.
what my teacher
So
said,
cool.
my professor said anthropology is like the study of people and like as like a population. So like there's like a lot of different subsections of anthropology. Like there's like linguistic anthropology, which is like language, versus forensic, which is literally like DNA. Like that's so cool how there's different subsections.
Yeah.
No, I'm taking help. I'm like, when can I sign up for classes next semester?
I was
like,
like
I'm so excited. I'm like, let me just choose. Like, you guys about to see me in that swim aerobics class?
Oh yeah.
It's like, because I was gonna sign up for my physical education. We had to take 2. I was gonna sign up for it, but the only one that was left is like literally like gym, and I was like, oh no. So then I was looking through the options to see like what I would have next time. They have swim aerobics. I was like, that'd be so nice to like be in the pool.
Yeah.
And we also have like kickboxing, so I'm like, those are like my options right now.
fun.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the swim aerobics low-key calling to me a little bit.
She did biological evolution
Okay.
and forensic skeletons all day long.
No, this smells like a
So
skeleton.
cool.
This book really does smell antique.
That is hilarious.
Antique skeleton. Right now, Carol, we haven't even learned that much interesting stuff though. It was really like the trying to learn all the bones for me. I still don't even know them. We just learned that. And I was like, okay. Like, how am I supposed to know all the different bones in the head? There's like 22.
Yeah.
They all look the same. They're literally like,
They're all the same.
I was like, okay. But I'm excited to like get to like the part, like the forensics part, where like you look at all the DNA and stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
I took a forensic science class in high school, and that's why I wanted to take this class. There is a forensic science class, but apparently it's really hard to get into, except for like textile students. And I don't understand why textile goes with forensic science, but
That's so weird.
except for like, I guess like fibers are like part of forensics, but that's such like a small subsection. Like I don't understand. Like I don't get it, but it's fine.
It's really weird.
But like I'm gonna get my ass in there one way or another. I will. My major's
You
textiles.
know the professor? Maybe you could talk to the professor.
Maybe, but like, but I think the only thing is, we have like 2 campuses at my college, and so the other one's called Centennial, and like it's mostly engineering and textiles and stuff. And I'm pretty sure it's all the way over there, and you can't walk there. Like you have to take the bus. Like it's hella far away. But you know, I might go there for that forensic science class.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, textiles. Repetition. I spent a whole semester in one. Ma'am, this is 1 unit. She spelled 2 periods on it. 2. How am I? Ma'am, I can't. How am I supposed? We have our first exam on the 16th of this month, and I need to know it by then. Ugh.
You got this.
But she's giving us new information. The new information that is easy. It's like excavating and like mapping.
We'll have to
everything.
update us.
I'm like, that's common sense.
That's our reading sprint day.
Huh? The 16th?
Yeah.
Oh, but my exam is during the day. I get out of school every day at 2:45.
So you'll have to let us know how you felt you did.
Yeah.
She said, though, I love her because she's like, all of the questions are going to be multiple choice, matching, or true or false, unless I can't think of another way to ask the question. I'm like, you're such a queen. Please do not give me short answer.
That's nice.
But there's this one bone that really gets me.
I would like.
Why does it look like
they have like the diagram, and then they have like the blank spaces, and then you just like fill it in. Like just mental. I can mentally picture it, and then just know.
But why?
But if you ask me in words, I'll be like, no.
What kind of bone is that?
That's the ulna. It's in your arm.
Yeah.
Oh.
But why? I don't like that.
So December is technically being skipped. Like we're not gonna have a book that month, but we might do sprints or maybe just a little weekend readathon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something easy that's like
you could pick your own books, maybe.
Yeah,
low
pressure. Like a strange-a-thon weekend, or I don't know. We'll think of something.
You know,
cool.
I feel like weekend readathons have been really popular lately because I feel like everybody got burnt out on readathons over COVID. So then everybody's like, I feel like the weekend ones are like little short
I really like the ones too where it's like read 24 hours in a weekend or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and,
that kind of
like,
stuff is really cool.
you kind of log your hours of reading. I think I get the most read when I do that.
I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like those. The
So,
only thing I don't
like a cool holiday strange-a-thon type.
Yeah,
deal
the only thing
or
I don't
something.
like is I feel like when people do weekend read-alongs or readathons, they like announce them like the weekend before, and I'm like, this was not enough time to prepare.
Yeah.
And then I can never participate.
Yeah, we'll do it pretty early because
We
obviously
always
we'll have
do
to
because we're on our
plan out when I'm able to like, because I don't have like weekends off, so I have to like plan that out accordingly. But
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be fun. We'll plan other fun things during December. We're just not going to have a book because
A set book, yeah.
There are a lot of weekend readathons with prompts.
I don't know if we'll do prompts.
But
we
there's
might
a
do
lot.
Like super
maybe a
vague.
very loose prompt. Yeah, like nothing.
Read a book.
Yeah. Like
Read.
I think one would be really fun. Like read a book with a strange cover.
Yeah.
It could be for anything that you think is weird. Like that's a weird cover.
I would be like my textbook.
Exactly.
But you know what? I won't have school. I feel like I get out so early. Like
Yeah.
I'm like so excited. Like yeah, I get out. I think my last exam. I don't know why this date's popping into my head, but I think it's December 6th. And I'm like, I have all of December. Is that what you're telling me? And we have a fall break.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I feel so like, I don't know,
So free.
Spoiled. Even though I'm like, y'all are zooming through this material, like,
right.
I'm like, y'all are zooming. Except in my political science class, because like today, our class is an hour and 15 minutes. Today we talked about the new abortion law in Texas for an hour of the 15, an hour and 15. That's what we talked about. Like, because that's what always happens. She wants us to like keep up with news and then talk about the news, but then we only talk about the news and no material. So we're like 3 class periods behind.
I love classes like that though.
Yeah, I'm like low-key living for it. Like today's discussion was kind of fire, and I am now in a group chat with like 2 other people from that class, and it's very nice. One of them said they want me to go to their apartment for dinner because her roommates and her all do like dinner on the weekend.
Oh, that's so nice.
And I was like, "Aren't you inviting me?" No, because we're all ganging up on this one dude. We're not gonna.
I love that.
Y'all, I gotta jump off really quick. So I will see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
No, he was actually really respectful, but we still kind of ganged up on him. Like, he was nice. Except his haircut triggered me. No, his haircut's bad. I'm like, who's your barber? We need to have a chat.
No.
To confront him.
No, I'm serious. It's very much giving, like those bowl haircuts, kind of giving that.
Yeah.
Kind of giving
like
bowl.
Oliver Tree.
It's like bowl, but like short. Because, I feel like the bowls are, Ned's Declassified?
Yeah.
You know that one kid? It's not that extreme.
I'm too old for that.
It's not that extreme where it's like full on, like, but it's like a little bowl. And I think that actually irritates me more that it's like the bangs
like
or
baby
like
bangs.
Here. Yeah.
Oh, I can't. No, yes, that is like Oliver Tree.
Like baby bang bowl. And I'm like, sir, you need to just shave it. Just shave it and it will look better.
Something.
No.
It just doesn't. It was just not. No. It's just no.
Maybe he's like supposed to style it. And like
I don't think so, because every day he comes in and it's not styled. I guess if it was supposed to be, and it's ugly. But see his hair, the problem with that is his hair's thin. It's very much thinning. So
it's not as
it's like thinning, so it's like not as like thick and voluptuous. It's just like
Why are you roasting this right
now? He was nice. It's just the haircut triggers me. The haircut do be triggering me. It makes you guys feel so old. It probably makes you guys feel scared because I'm literally in a hall with like 100 people. Like, apparently last year people did come on campus for like 2 weeks, and it would be like 50 kids in like a 200-person hall. Now it's like they don't be playing those games. They be like shove you in like sardines.
Yeah.
But honestly, I haven't heard of that many people getting COVID that I know personally. Like, I think I've only had one person in one class like report it because like
fucking Kevin.
Not Kevin.
I'm
Kevin
sorry,
quit.
but I still think like when someone messes up at work, I'm always like, Kevin. I'm like, he's the Kevin. He's the Kevin.
No, yeah, but Kevin quit. No, like he was on like his last 2 weeks because he goes to school like in like almost 2 hours from here. So he was on his last 2 weeks, and I don't know how. I think he had like a week left maybe, and he texted our manager and he was like, "Hey, I'm not coming back after today," and just never showed up again.
We have no more Kevin story.
No, we don't. Oh, did I tell you that Kevin fell through his ceiling and broke his toe?
No.
That's an interesting story.
Sad.
Yeah, Kevin fell through the ceiling and broke his toe. Just one toe.
You fall through a whole ceiling and only break a toe.
Because he was in the attic, apparently. I'm like, what are you doing in the attic, bro? I don't get it. Yeah, but he fell through the ceiling and broke his toe. Yeah, but Kevin is a thing. Every time I think about you working, Raine, and I know you work at a grocery store. I don't know if you've seen this episode of Bob's Burgers, but it's called Lindependent, and Linda goes to work at a grocery store.
Yes, I love that episode. So hilarious.
That's like every time I think about it, like that it just gives me that episode.
When I first watched that episode, I was actually working in the milk box, so I was like Tina, like could see people through the milk.
No, but so really? Fun. Oh my god, I saw this TikTok.
People watch all the time. I would always be like,
no, I saw this TikTok and I need to send it to you. And it's this guy, and he like, it's not like the milk, but like I think it's at like a gas station or something because it's like where like Gatorade is and stuff. And like he would have like a little squirt gun for water, and he was like squirting people in the face with water, and they were dropping like flies. They would go back so quick and fall to the floor. And he was like, the caption was like, "How am I not fired yet?" And I was like, I literally couldn't tell you. Like,
dude, I would be fired that day. There is no way.
No, it was so funny. He was like to like literally like 7 customers. Like it wasn't even just like one. And I'm pretty sure that's like what his TikTok is. Like I feel like he does that all the time.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, but it was really hilarious.
Funny. I need to watch it.
But all my sweet mates hate me because it'll be like a random situation. I'll be like, so there's like this one Bob's Burgers episode that's kind of like this. And like here is the whole plot. Like I do that all the time. I'd be like, so.
No, I love it. I'm in like one group text with like people from work and like it's mainly Bob's Burgers. Like
I love Bob's Burgers.
I love it. I will probably end this.
I need to get it.
Like we didn't really. Whatever.
Half about
okay, only 2 of the 7 of us read it, and to be fair, the book was like literally so short. There wasn't much to talk about.
I think this is like the worst we've done, and it's such a short book.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like the least amount of people have read this book than any book. Except for I didn't read Creatures of Passage, so I don't know about that one. Also,
4 of us did.
What about Library? Remember, I think it was the end of last year, Library at Mount Char. I feel like not a lot of people read that one. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't do that one.
I was not even going to attempt. I was like, it doesn't sound like it's for me.
That was an experience for sure. I'm excited for A Lesson in Vengeance, though.
Me too. The ebook just came in from
my
library, but I don't want the ebook. Oh, that is not my bunk bed. This grandma print, not mine.
I'll put this up one more time. So
I just copied and pasted to send it again.
This is my bed.
Cool.
It's not made. It's not
both
made.
had the same thought.
Yeah.
But I have these cute pillows and this blanket, but my bed's not made. So my side is like very much giving aesthetic.
I love it. It looks great.
Thank you. I do be liking my dorm. My side.
I love that.
I have to pee so
I'm
bad.
excited. I don't know.
A Lesson in Vengeance, I think it's going to be amazing.
So fun. So join us in 2 weeks. We're going to be doing some sprints. You don't have to be reading A Lesson in Vengeance to join in on the sprints. We don't talk about the book. Really, we might talk about how we're feeling about it if we did start it. But you can read anything you want. We're just doing some monthly.
I love our sprints.
I love them too. They're so much fun. We really get to catch up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. They're just a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks for chatting with us about Jake Livingston. Yeah, I know it was short, but it was a short book, like Deja said.
It was really short.
I mean, yeah.
To be fair, I think all of our live shows are like half not talking about the book anymore. Like, I don't know a whole live show where we talk just about the book.
I don't think there's one.
No.
Maybe the first one. Maybe Bunny, but that wasn't even a part of like the official one.
No,
I think we
that might have been the
succeeded.
only. And we were like, and everyone in that live show was still just getting to know each other. So we didn't really have like much. And then now we like hang out.
That's what I'm saying, like the first one.
Yeah. Now we hang out so much. Like now, yeah.
You know what though? The second one, like the first official one of the book club was I'm Thinking of Ending Things. And I feel like we talked about the book, like all of that one.
Yeah.
Because I'm Thinking of Ending Things is like a trip.
And that weird ass movie. So I mean, you can't.
Oh, that movie was.
Anyways.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you in 2 weeks for some sprints. Bye.
Bye, everyone.